Namaste and welcome. This is a Hatha yoga class, and we're going to be focusing on spinal mobilization. So, starting cross ankles, or if cross ankles is not available to you, legs straight out in front of you, big toes touching. So, either of those seated positions is good. Bringing hands together in front of your chest, drawing your shoulders back to your back, and lifting your chest up nice and high. With your next in breath, stretch the arms all the way up, and as you breathe out, circle your arms wide and down. As you breathe in, reaching back up again until palms touch. As you breathe out, bringing your hands back to where you started. Now keep going in your own time, moving with the breath. Full deep breaths in and out. Big wide circles with the arms. Warming gently into the shoulders, elbows, and wrists. And now this time when you reach open, we're going to complete the circle, bringing hands all the way into the chest. So making two big circles with each of your arms and both your hands in the air. Still going with the breath. In breath, lifts the arms up. Exhale, circles them wide and down. Almost like you're swimming through the air. And reaching your arms back behind you, interlace the fingers. Lengthen up through the back of the neck as you lean towards your spine. So don't tip towards your chest and your legs. Lean towards your back and sink the thighs. Now releasing your hands onto your knees. We're going to go into some spinal rolls. If you've got legs straight, you can have hands on thighs or hands on the ground. With an in-breath, lift your chest, lift your chin. As you breathe out, round your back, pull your tummy back, drop chin to throat. On an inhale, curl up, lifting the chest, lifting the nose. As you roll down, let the shoulders come forwards and keep rolling up and down. So really squeeze your chin into your throat as you roll down so you get the stretch in the back of your neck and the back of your head. Now we'll curl up one more time. And as you lift, we're going to hold it there. Roll the shoulders back away from your chest. If it's uncomfortable on your neck, don't tilt the head back. And then dropping your chin parallel to the floor. Slide your knees wide, come to Baddha Konasana legs, and we're going to take a twist. Left fingers hook over right ankle or shin and circle it on back behind you. Once you're in your twist, move the pelvis forward and maybe arch a bit into your spine. Lift your chest up high. So don't lean into the lower back like this. Press the lower back forward, lift out of the spine. Try to arch that lower back as you twist. Circling forwards, hook your right fingers over the left leg and twist the arm back. And again, don't sink into the lower back over here. Press that lower back forward, arch the spine, arch the rib cage forwards and up. And then untwisting yourself. Stretch your legs straight in front of you, feet touching, and then bend the right knee up, cross the right foot over the left thigh, hold on to that right shin or knee, and twist all the way around. Hug that right knee in towards your left armpit, but press the right bum down into the mat. Don't lift it off the floor. Flex your left ankle, stretching heel forward, drawing toes back towards your left knee. Keeping back tall and straight as you untwist. Right leg stretches forward, bend the left knee up and step the left foot over the right leg. Take your circle around, stretch the right heel forward and pull the toes back and up. Each in-breath lifting the side ribs up away from your waist. And now untwist yourself again and take the left leg out in front of you. And now either keeping the legs straight out again, or if you're able to, you come to cross legs. And we're going to take some circles, rolling the upper body. So you're drawing circles in the air with your head. You go off around to the right first, and then forwards and around to the left and back. And it's okay if your back rounds. It's okay if you need to move your arms. I like to have hands on knees because it creates more of a stable base, but you put your hands wherever you feel you need them. And I roll with the breath. As you go forwards, that's an out breath. As you roll back and up, that's an in breath. Next time you roll forwards, take a pause, and we change, circle in the opposite direction, around to the right, back, round to the left and forwards. And your shoulders will roll around and your head can roll around. Just don't let them get tight. Feel the breath circling with your breathing. And next time you roll forwards, pause again and lift yourself up to a tall, straight spine. From here, we're opening legs out into V shape. Flex your ankles, push your heels into the ground to firm your leg muscles. And now we're going to do the same circles just with wide legs. So taking it off to the right and then circling forwards, around to the left and back and up. And not necessarily leaning too much to your back. Again, your hands can be wherever you feel you need them. They might be on the ground behind your legs, might be on the floor in front of the legs, or hands on shins or knees. And they might be moving around to place them wherever you feel you need them as you move your upper body in these circles. Out breath takes you forward, in breath lifts you back up again. And next time you lean forwards, take a pause. Check your feet are still flexed and active, and then circle in the opposite direction. Let the head roll and keep the shoulders soft. Next time you come forwards and to center, pause there, and curl all the way up to a tall straight back. From here, bringing your legs to cross ankles or straight out in front of you again. And we're going to take a twist once more. Turning to the right, turn the left palm away from your right leg and gently press the knees down towards the floor. Each time you breathe in, lift your back ribs up away from your lower back and your sacrum. So we're lengthening out of the lumbar spine. Just check that you're not leaning more to the right or the left bum. Balance evenly in the pelvis. And then circling forwards, tip over onto your left hand, stretch your right arm over your ear. Try to get the right elbow straight if you can, and lengthen up evenly through both sides of your neck. Don't drop your head down to your left shoulder. Using your exhales to sink your knees and your thighs down. Breathing yourself up to the midline. Change the legs, cross your other shin in front, lift your heart high, twist around to the left. Each in-breath, lifting up with your upper back, lifting up through the back of the neck. In our seated poses, we always want to try and have the chin parallel to the floor. Don't tuck your chin to your throat and don't lift it slightly. Lifting the chin up slightly causes a lot of tension in the neck, even though we don't feel it. Keeping back tall and straight as you untwist, tip onto right hand, shoulders spread open and to your spine, left arm reaches over your head. Once more, don't drop your head to your right shoulder. Keep the sides of the neck lifted and lengthening evenly. Coming up to center. And now we're going to slide the knees apart. From Baddha Konasana, slide your heels forward, come into a diamond shape in the legs. So the difference between Baddha Konasana and diamond legs is Baddha Konasana, your heels are up here, more in line with your knees. Diamond shape, there's a whole lot of space forward between the knee and the ankle and the toes. So get those feet forward. And now we're going to take those spinal rolls like you did with cross legs and open legs. We'll roll around towards the right, circle yourself forward, around to the left, and then all the way back. And once more, taking your hands to wherever you feel you need them as you move. Out breath circles you forwards. In breath curls you up and back. Once again, it's fine if your back rounds. It's fine if the shoulders roll and the head rolls. Just be nice and flowing and organic with your movements. One more full circle all the way around. And next time you fold towards your legs, pause a moment and then circle in the opposite direction. Keeping the neck soft. Relax your face. Nice and soft in the eyes. And now next time you roll forwards, we're going to stay there. Don't hold the toes because then you'll be tempted to pull them up. Your hands can be anywhere. You can hold the feet, hands on the floor, hands on shins. Just don't pull those toes up. And now rolling yourself all the way up and stretching your legs straight out in front of you. For a second time, bend the right knee up, step your right foot over your left thigh, and take a twist around. Flex the left ankle, point your left toes and your left knee straight up away from the floor. And then twisting yourself forwards, reach the right leg out in front of you, bend the left knee up, and step the left foot over the right leg. Flex your right ankle, toes straight up. Take your twist around again to the opposite side. Remember, chin parallel to the floor, not tilting it down, not tilting it up. And now untwisting yourself again, making your way onto hands and knees. When we're on hands and knees, we're going into our cats and cows. Taking a deep breath, sink the hips, arch the lower back and look forward. On an out breath, round your back up, look towards your chest. Press the toenails down into the floor and make sure your heels point straight up. They're not turned in towards each other. Don't let the toes turn in either. And now next time you round your back up, we're going to hold that cat stretch. You're looking back towards your chest, hug your chin in tight to your throat, and keep trying to lift up out of your lower back. Either staying like that or gently pulsing the hips backwards and forwards, keeping that rounding of the back. Keep looking back towards your chest. Squeeze the chin in. So you're not just dropping the chin, you're pressing it firmly into your throat. And next time you come forwards, come into your flat spine. Now bringing big toes together and opening your knees. Push back to your heels, reach the arms forward, melt your forehead down to the ground. Taking a few nice relaxed breaths here to help your body release. And now we're going to slide forwards, all the way onto your tummy, chin on the ground, hands alongside your chest with the elbows pushing up. Make sure that your forearms are not touching your chest or your hands are not touching your chest. Your hands are slightly wider than the shoulders. Push the toenails down. And we're going to roll up and down in our rolling cobra. As you breathe in, chest curls up. As you breathe out, rolling down. Keep the shoulders lifting. So even as the chest rolls down, shoulders keep pressing towards your upper back. Don't let those heels turn in towards each other. Keep sinking the outer edges of your feet towards the ground. In breath curls up, out breath rolls down. Rolling up and down one more time. And then we're going to make our way into our Sphinx. Sliding the elbows forward, forearms parallel with palms flat on the mat and the fingers spread wide. Dropping chin to throat. And now turn your big toes in towards each other and turn the heels out. And you might even try and turn your knees in a little bit towards each other. Now sink into your back ribs and really sink into your front ribs. Each out breath melting into your chest. Each exhale sinking the forehead and softening your eyes. And now point your toes back again. Lower the chest, slide your hands back, and push up onto hands and knees once more. Knees under your hips, arms under your shoulders. Now we're going to twist with the breath. You're going to keep looking down at the ground. On an in-breath, lift your right arm up, lean towards the left shoulder. As you breathe out, bring hand to the mat under right shoulder. On your in-breath, lift the left arm, lean off towards the right with the right shoulder. Exhale, bring the hand down and keep going. So your chest here, as you lift your arms, will move left to right. You're not going to keep your shoulder over your wrist. Allow yourself space as the arm goes up. In breath lifts, out breath places hand back on the ground. Don't worry if you can't lift your arm too high. Maybe you can only lift it halfway, and that's fine. It's also okay if your elbow bends. We go one more time to the right, one more time to the left. And now bringing your knees in a little bit closer towards each other, not necessarily quite touching. And we're going to circle the hips. So taking your pelvis to the right and then hips back towards your heels, hips off to the left and forward. Now, if you need to, you can take your hands a little bit wider And you do that when the chest comes forward. If you need to adjust, take hands wider. And it's okay here if your hands turn out slightly. Just don't turn them in. But be careful with turning the hands out slightly. That's going to put a lot of weight on the inner edge of the palm and the thumb and the index finger. So make sure then, if you've turned the hands out, that you're really squeezing into your baby finger and the outer wrist. Press them firmly into the mat. It's fine if your elbows bend, guys. You don't have to keep them straight. It's fine if the shoulders and the head roll as well. And next time you come forwards, take a pause or change, circle the hips in the opposite direction. Don't go too quickly. Just go nice and slow so that your knees stay protected. Taking one more circle around. And then we're coming to center. And we're going to lift into downwards dog. Tucking your toes, hips to the sky. Walking your feet straight forwards to your hands. Come into your forward bend. Let's roll the wrists. If you need to, bend your knees here. Maybe it's a slight bend or maybe it's a really deep bend. Circling wrists in the opposite direction. Check your knees are still as wide as your heels if the knees are bent. And now making your way back into your downwards facing dog. Heels twist back behind your ankles. And dropping down onto your shins. Swing your legs out in front of you. And we're coming to Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bend the right knee up. Slide the left foot under the right thigh. Either keeping your right foot in front of the left knee or stepping your foot over. And maybe the right foot is in the air. Maybe toes can touch the mat. Maybe you can get your foot flat. Press the right thumb flat into the ground. You've just done some really nice spinal opening work. Don't close that by lifting the right thumb off the floor in this pose. Either holding shin or knee with your left hand or elbow and circling around to the right. Lift your chest a little bit higher with your next inhale. And maybe inhale and lift the left arm up. Exhaling the arm to the outside of your leg. Squaring the shoulders. Don't tilt the left or the right shoulder up. And untwisting yourself. Take your legs straight out in front of you, feet together to start. Bend the left knee up. Step the right foot under the left thigh without lifting your bum off the ground. Knee points straight forward, either keeping the left foot there or stepping left foot over the right leg. Maybe foot gets to the ground, maybe it doesn't. You see how my sits bone is all the way down. Don't lift that up and tilt, right? That's just tensed up my whole left side of my back. Keep the left thumb down. Rather have the foot in the air or in front of your knee if you can't. And then swivel around. Square off in the shoulders and the chest. If you're going deeper, inhale to lift the right arm. Exhale onto the outside of the leg. Squaring the shoulders again. Don't tilt one shoulder up and sink the other. Stay nice and balanced in the upper body. Carefully derotating yourself, taking your legs out in front of you again. And now we're opening legs out into V shape. Press the heels down, toes straight up. Keep your feet like that so the legs are nice and stable because we're going to be moving the upper body. You need your legs to be strong and stable to give support and stability to your spine. Okay, so we're going to be circling forwards and sweeping the arm over. So as you exhale, you lean forwards and reach your right hand towards your left foot and then sweep forwards and take your left hand towards your right foot, but this time take your arm up and over your head. Then you circle forwards, arms come all the way around, right hand towards left toes, and then take the left arm up and over. So your elbow is going to stay bent as it lifts. On the inhale, the arm goes up. As you exhale, circling forwards. And maybe you don't go as low as I'm going, and that's fine. Just don't let those feet flop. Keep them very active. Flex the ankles. Pull your toes towards your knees. Wide sweeps of the arms. Relax the neck. We're going to go one more to each side. And then rolling yourself to center. Pausing there for a moment, letting everything settle. And then rolling yourself all the way up. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Don't hold toes. Gently tipping your chest towards your heels. Keep the shoulders moving back away from your chest. Don't look back towards your body. Look in front of the toes. And coming all the way up. Taking your legs into your V again. And once more folding forwards. This time we're holding the forward bend. Feet are still flexed and active. Hands can be on the floor in front of you or holding onto your legs. Try not to roll the shoulders forwards. Keep the shoulders back away from your chest. Coming all the way up. Bring your thighs in to touch each other. We're going to take one last forward fold and we're going to hold it for a full minute here. So make sure those feet are flexed and active. Don't turn the baby toes forward and pull the big toes back. That's not good for your knees. Right? Keep each side of the foot in line with each other. Then tipping forwards to shins or onto hands on the floor or holding onto ankles or feet. So look forwards towards your feet unless you've got your chest all the way down. Once the chest touches the legs, you can look straight down to your mat under your nose. Don't tuck your chin into your throat. Each exhale, sinking a little bit further into your chest. Coming all the way up. Making your way down onto your back for Shavasana. Let your feet flop open. Let the knees and the thighs roll open. Melt down into the lower spine. Each time you breathe out, sink down deeper into your upper back, middle back, and lower back. Become super heavy in your arms and your hands, relaxing the fingers. Super heavy in your legs and your feet, relaxing the toes. And now starting to move your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists, roll the ankles. Gently roll your head from left to right. And then taking a deep breath, give your whole body a good stretch open. And hugging knees into chest. Gently rock yourself or lift up to sitting. May our minds be open to the divine light that guides us. May our hearts be open to the divine love that surrounds us. May the angels keep us and bless us and bring us joy. Namaste.